it all started out with childhood trauma in a home where if you would have seen it from the outside, it looked very beautiful. Parents had good jobs. Inside the home, there was a lot of domestic violence and a lot of drug use. Early teens, when the first divorce took place, I remember being camping with a couple of friends out in rural Georgia, and we had a $2.50 bottle of Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill wine. I remember about halfway through that bottle laying down in the grass and looking up at the sky and realizing that all that trauma, all that stuff that was going on, all that stuff that I had bottled inside of me, that bottle took me away from that stuff. I felt a connection to something. I used to call it a religious experience. Something unlocked in me with that substance. I found solace there, found a home there, and my use progressed over the years. Marijuana use, on to LSD, cocaine, crystal meth, experimental stuff in high school. In my 20s, I found a couple of substances that really took a hold. I was a railroader, took a job just like my father. I wound up in treatment right outside of Knoxville, Tennessee. Very grateful for that experience in the early 2000s. It planted a seed for me in the rooms of recovery in treatment period. I went back out. I wasn't willing to follow the suggestions of a continuum of care. I left there and used within hours. I went on a very long run that created, what it created was what I see today as a gold mine of experience. That long run, tons of incarceration, separation from family. My children, I blinked my eyes and my children were grown. And I never thought there would be a process to make sense of all that. All I ever thought it would be was guilt and shame. I'm so grateful for the opportunity to re-enter treatment, to live in a sober living environment and start working on that guilt and shame, and come full circle to a place today where I realize that all that stuff that I went through, all the things that happened, all the harm that I caused can be used for good today, because I can reach back in that gold mine of experience today and share that with somebody else who may identify with those same feelings. That's how all that stuff can be turned into something good today. So when I get these calls today from people who have lost a relationship with their family, who have found themselves in that rabbit hole that it seems like there's no way to come out of, that have suffered consequences that seem like they're unmendable, I can share my experience with them and just roll with wherever they are in their process. It's beautiful. When that connection happens, when we talk to these people, when they reach out for the help, and we can tell them, look, this is one of the most beautiful things that we say to these people that call us today is, me too. Me too, I've been there, I found a way out, this is the way out. I'll be right here beside you through this way out, and you're not alone. I felt the way you felt, and I've mended these relationships with family. I live a life of dignity, love today, laughter, commitment, and living by principles that I never dreamed possible in my life today. So it's far beyond that escape that I found in that bottle at 14 years old. It's a much different, deeper spiritual connection today that I have the beautiful opportunity to offer somebody else. I'm very grateful for that opportunity today. The only way we keep what we have is by giving it away. It's the only way.